Hey guys, this is Vargas Channel 2, and I'm going to be doing a podcast, an anime podcast, and we will be talking about anime and a different anime series each episode.
So
Uh,
who's this we? Who's this we you speak of?
we have guests here,
Where?
uh, Mason from the YouTube channel Level Over 9000.
Yes, that's my name.
Okay, say hi, Mason.
Hello, Mason.
No, you're Mason.
Oh, I am?
Yeah, say hi to the people.
Oh, hello.
Okay, today, well, first, before we get to the anime we're going to talk about, we are going to kind of go into our backstory of how we got into anime and how long we've been an anime fan. You can start, Mason.
All right, well, see, as a wee lad, I used to watch the Yu-Gi-Oh anime all the time, and I would watch, like, old random ones that used to come on. Like, I used to watch Naruto for a little while, but, I actually just recently started picking anime back up, so I know very little on anime, so no one make fun of me. Um, but yeah.
Uh, I basically started at a very young age. According to information that I've heard and pictures that I've seen, I started around age 2 or 3 and started with Dragon Ball Z, favorite anime of all time. I used to watch Yu-Gi-Oh! Also and Pokemon and Naruto, Yu Yu Hakusho, Bobobo, all kinds of stuff. And now I'm a huge, huge anime fan and love it to death. And that's basically that's basically I basically got into it. I think it was my big brother that got me into it. He used to watch Dragon Ball Z and showed me it one day, and I really liked it. So that's my story.
So, being this anime podcast, maybe we should talk a little bit about Toonami.
Okay, yeah, Toonami was a huge thing. Of course, everybody knows. If you're an anime fan, you know about Toonami. It got most people into anime. Oh, most American anime fans into anime. Especially got people who are huge fans of Dragon Ball Z into Dragon Ball Z because that's just how big of an impact Dragon Ball Z was. Um, but Toonami was huge, and it's finally coming back because it got canceled back in I think 2006. I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure it's 2006 though. Um, and we all wanted it back, and it's coming back. Uh, yeah, and I can't wait for it. How about you, Mason?
Oh yeah, I'm getting nostalgic over the thought of it.
Yeah, once I heard about it, man, I was so excited.
Oh yeah, when they teased us with the April Fool's thing.
Yeah, oh man, that was the night that no one slept, man. No anime fans sleep. We were all just staying up watching that.
Except for me.
Yeah, didn't you miss it?
Yeah, I missed it.
You weren't expecting it.
I wasn't expecting it. One, and I don't watch TV, so most of the time I was probably actually at my like friend's house or something because it was a Saturday, right?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Then yeah,
I
I was
actually had
probably
I had my cousin over, and I turned it on to. I was like, okay, dude, I know you're not a fan of anime, but I'm gonna watch Bleach, and then I'll go to bed. And I turned it on, and Bleach was coming on all right, but on Toonami, and oh my god, jizz my pants.
Did
Um,
you shiz yourself?
yes, I shizzed myself.
No, did you pushes?
Um, I pushed my pants. I pissed, shit, and jizzed my pants at the same time.
Yellow.
Um, but yeah, Toonami has just released, if you haven't heard of it, has just released the new schedule. Basically the same shows that they have. Yeah, it was leaked online. Basically the only new shows they have are Dead Man Wonderland and Casshern Sins. I have heard of both of those series, have not watched them. I've been planning to watch both of those, but I'll just watch them on Toonami now that they're coming on. Apparently they have a really small budget, so they can't get the rights to a lot of series. So Dragon Ball Z isn't coming on, um, which is a bummer. I really wanted it to come back on, but I got the DVDs and I can always watch it online if I want to.
So yeah, let's get into our
Anime. talk. Okay, we're gonna talk about the series Soul Eater today. All right, and okay, so Soul Eater. I'm gonna give a little synopsis. Set in the Shinigami Technical School for Weapon Meisters, the series revolves around three groups of each a Weapon Meister and a human weapon, trying to make the ladder of Death Scythe, sorry, that was an accident, which is the highest title for a weapon and thus fit for use by a Shinigami. They use collect the soul. They must collect the souls of 99 evil humans and one witch. So yeah, the series the manga was written by Atsushi Ukubo, Okubo, something like that. I mean, I might be butchering that name, but I think that's about it. Sorry, sorry for the mess ups on the reading. I have dyslexia.
And it's based around the character Maka and Soul,
So yes,
who's just absolutely full of sex.
okay. I personally like this series. I enjoyed it, not as much as some other series, but I did like it. How about you, Mason?
Oh, I absolutely loved it. Oh, I couldn't. There'd be times where I would just take breaks for it, like I've told you in the past, but I haven't told the peoples. I would take breaks for a little while, but whenever I started getting back into it, like I couldn't wait to come home to watch it. Like, it got to that point.
Yeah, but I always can't wait to get home and watch anime, so
Yeah, it's true.
this wasn't an exception. I really enjoyed it. Um, what was your favorite character, Mason?
My favorite character is definitely the KISHIN of all of them because, I don't know, the KISHIN's just awesome. The way that he is way powerful and just, I like the way his character looks is cool. Like, the fact that he is fear, that just also is awesome.
Yeah, I'd say my favorite character is Soul. Even though later on in the series he did kind of get a smaller role, he is definitely my favorite character.
It almost seems kind of redundant now because, I mean, we've already done it before. But, oh well, what are we going to do? But, so yeah, Soul. But Stein is also a really big character for me.
Yeah, Stein was cool.
I didn't like it towards the end whenever he became evil-ish or evil something. He wasn't on the good side. That's a good way to explain it. But the ending, you know, everyone has their complaints about the ending. I think it did end a bit too abrupt. What do you think?
Yeah, kind of, but it was an anime-only ending. I got to give it credit.
Yeah, definitely one of the... It was good, but it could have been better. A lot better.
Yeah.
But they had to end it, I guess.
Stein in the English was played by Chuck Huber, and the Japanese was played by... there are two voice actors here, actually. And, okay. There's two English... Chuck Huber and Chris Burnett. I'm not sure what that is. Is there two dubs? If anybody knows, please tell us. But the Japanese also has two. I don't know. There's Yuya Uchida and Tomo Hanba.
Yeah, now that I think about it, because I watched the sub, I kind of did notice a little bit of a voice change halfway through the series.
You know what that could be, and there could be, they could have changed the voice actor or something. But they have also two English actors, which I don't remember noticing a voice change.
Mm-hmm.
So he was a supporting. It says supporting. So Chris Burnett maybe was a supporting role whenever Chuck Huber wasn't available.
Or maybe like one of them did some parts that wouldn't sound like. Maybe one of them did the yells or something. Or did something.
They've done that before, like with the anime, the Iron Man anime, which is like Marvel anime. In that, there was a guy, I don't know his name, but he was playing Iron Man. And then Vic Mignogna, the guy who played Edward Elric in Fullmetal Alchemist, came in and did the yells because the guy didn't like to do wasn't very good at the yells. He didn't like to do them or anything. So,
Hmm. So
but
yeah.
what are your thoughts on Soul? I thought Soul was a pretty good character.
I thought Soul was awesome. I really liked him in the early episodes because he was like that cool, didn't care about anything character, and
Yeah.
it kind of stayed like that throughout the series. But he got a little more caring about Maka, like on the episode with Krona, whenever he like takes the blade to the face.
Yeah.
For
Well. Yeah. I thought he was awesome in the English dub. He is played by Micah Solusad. I think Solusad. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. And then in Japanese, it's Koki Uchiyama. I'm probably butchering that name too. Japanese people have confusing names, but
no racism intended.
yeah, no racism intended. They just have different names than what us English folks like to speak.
What us Americans?
Americans.
'Cause in America we play baseball.
How about Maka? I wasn't too fond of her being the main character because I preferred Soul and everything, but she was an okay main character.
She was a good main character. I liked her as a main character. I liked her character. I didn't like her character's personality. I didn't like that she was that try hard student.
Yeah.
I really like those.
Yeah, I did like her character. But yeah, like you said, her the kind of the way I don't know, like the personality and stuff. She's an okay character.
So what are your feelings on Black Star?
Hold on, we'll get to that in a second. The English voice actress for Maka is Laura Bailey, and the Japanese is Chiaki Omigawa. But yeah, we'll get to Black Star now. Black Star's okay at times. I'm not really too big a fan too much because of, I don't know, those cocky characters. Some of them are cool, like some anime characters that are cocky are okay, like Vegeta in Dragon Ball Z's cocky all the time, and he's pretty cool. But, I don't know, Black Star just got on my nerves sometimes. That could be just personally me.
On the episode where he like fights with Maka, that episode I didn't like Black Star at all, but the episode, like he has his good times and his bad times, like on the episode where he's like trying to defend Tsubaki and
Oh yeah, that was good.
Waiting there, and he's getting his brain like battered inwards.
Yeah, see that was a good that was a good episode for character development and for just his character. I thought his character was really I actually liked his character in that episode quite a bit. And in English he was played by Brittany Karboski, and in Japanese Yumiko Kobayashi.
But yeah, but with Black Star, towards the end, whenever he kept losing and he tried to fight Death the Kid, who I think we should do next, Death the Kid. Whenever that episode happened, I didn't really like that episode very much, but I still watched it, of course. But
yeah, I was like that's whenever I kind of got a little bit annoyed. I was like, okay, so he's losing fights, so he's getting pissed. And it's like, dude, you're going to lose. It's just, I don't know, his character kind of, there's people that complain about stuff just because they're not perfect. He wanted to outbeat God. He wanted to be more powerful than God. And
he wanted to transcend God.
Yeah, I don't think that's even possible. It's definitely, even in Soul Eater, that's not possible at all.
So Death the Kid, what was your opinion?
Death the Kid was he was pretty awesome whenever he was fighting and everything, but his whole symmetry thing, he had that thing with everything has to be symmetrical. That was funny at times, but at other times I was like, get over it.
On the big times, like whenever it was something like he was like the first time, like the third episode that you meet him, I think, or the third episode of Soul Eater, you meet him. And whenever he's like about to die because he is like too obsessed about the symmetry of the guy, that was like, get over it, dude. but
Yeah.
by the times where it's like kind of funny,
Mhm.
it's
Like he was ashamed of himself in that one episode because
with the toilet paper.
yeah, that one, and because he had three stripes on one side of the head and then the other
Oh
side of the
yeah,
head he didn't.
I think that was the third episode, wasn't it?
Third episode?
Because yeah, Lizzie or
That
Liz
probably
or
was.
Patty, one of the two. They brought up
Yeah, because the first episode introduces Soul and Maka, and then the second one is
Black Star
Black
and
Star and Tsubaki, and then the next one it shows Death the Kid. But
yeah, in the second one it also shows what is his name again? The samurai.
oh no, I like that character. I just can't remember his name.
Oh crap! Didn't it start with an N? I want to say it starts with an N. You know, there's those die-hard freaking Soul Eater fans that are watching this, like, God, you freaking retards! It's blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Oh, what is
Jeez,
his
you guys are
name?
retarded.
All right, because we can't remember it right now. Maybe leave it in the comments if you're watching this. Well, I guess if you're not watching this, you couldn't leave it in the comments to begin with. But if you remember the name, please tell us, because I cannot.
If they're
for
not
the life of me
watching
remember.
this, they wouldn't even know that question.
Yeah, okay, good point.
No, but in English, he's played by Todd Haberkorn. We're talking about Death the Kid here.
Yeah.
And Japanese, he's played by Mamoru Miyano.
So this is off topic of Soul Eater, but dubbed or subbed?
I watched it dubbed, but I prefer dub in my opinion. I think dub is better. I'm probably going to get hate for that because there are a lot of hardcore sub fans. I do like both. Don't get me wrong. I watch both. I watch sub and dub, but I prefer dub. I like to hear it in my native language.
I've told you this before, but I with Soul Eater, I had to watch it subbed because I watched it on I watched it on YouTube and on Funimation's channel. It
Yeah.
only goes to like episode 8 with dubbed, and then it changed to subbed. So I was fine with it. Like I didn't really have a problem because I like to think that I'm kind of a fast reader. So, it was never a problem where I had to like pause it and wait to read it and then play it again. It was never anything like that. So I really liked subbed, but dubbed is definitely my go-to. I'd rather have it subbed. I mean dubbed.
Yeah. Yeah. Funimation will do that with a lot of their shows on YouTube and on their actual website. There are a lot of shows that only have like the first 5 or the first 8 episodes dubbed, and then the rest are only subbed. And it kind of does get on my nerves because I don't notice that at first. So now I check for it. But at first I used to watch that, and I'd be like, dude, I just started it dubbed. Why do I have to continue it sub? So I just go find it on another site. So now we can talk about Tsubaki.
Yeah.
She works with Black Star.
She's his weapon.
Yeah.
I really liked her. If I had to pick a weapon, it'd probably be Tsubaki because Tsubaki, like if I had to pick one of the main character weapons, it'd be Tsubaki because of the fact that she has the like all the different weapons. She's not just one solo type of weapon that you can only use. She has, she has the. See, I still can't remember. Isn't it like the black sword or the shadow sword or something like that?
Yeah, something like that. I can't seem to remember the actual name. You just watched it recently. It's been a while since I watched it, so.
Yeah, and I can't remember. But yeah, she has that. She has the, what is it called, the ninja knife or something? I can't remember. I can't remember any of these names, but it's like a shorter looking samurai
basically,
sword.
she's just cool, right?
Yeah, there you go. And yeah.
She's a badass.
Yeah, she's like, she's kind of the opposite of Black Star. Like she
Yeah,
her
despite working with him.
Yeah, her character kind of seems like one that should be with Maka, and Soul seems like he should be with Black Star, but it works good that they're opposites so that they, kind of equal each other out. Because if Black Star and Soul were together, I mean, they'd be retards.
Yeah, and there was that point where he actually, where Black Star said, "I'm gonna be with Soul now," but it didn't even end up working.
Yeah, because Soul, he can't pick him up because of his wavelength.
Yeah. In English, Tsubaki is played by Monica Rial, and in Japanese, she is played by Kaori Nazuka.
I'm not saying anything, but I'm just gonna say this. I think Tsubaki's kind of hot. Just saying.
I
I mean,
agree.
that's
Okay.
probably kind of creepy, but I don't care.
No, it's not creepy.
Good.
At least you're not. At least you're not talking about like yaoi. Like, oh, dude, I want to see this yaoi man with like soul.
Ew.
That'd be gross. Now, if you were talking about that, since you're a guy, if you're a chick, I really don't care. Don't take it personal. I don't have anything against yaoi. If you're a girl, that's fine. If you're a guy, that's kind of, I don't know, kind of creeps me out.
I don't even know what yaoi is. Is that like dude hentai?
Yeah, it's gay hentai basically.
Oh, that's great.
Okay, now we can get to uh, Liz and
Wait,
Pat.
do girls do that?
What?
Do they like watch gay porn?
God, you're such a noob. Yes, they watch it.
Girls watch gay porn.
Well, they watch yaoi.
Is that like, I don't know. That's way off topic. Go ahead.
We can talk about Liz and Pat now.
Um,
They are the weapons of Death the Kid. They turn into guns instead of like blades.
yeah, like most of them are handheld, like short distant weapons, but he has guns, which I thought was cool.
What the
But
hell was that sound?
with, I can never remember who's who. Who's Liz? The older one, or
Yeah, Liz is the older one and Pat's the younger one.
okay? So Patty's insane, and Liz is kind of like a weirdo. Because with Patty, she's
Yeah, Patty's kind of weird.
kind of childish.
Yeah.
Because I think she's only supposed to be like 13 or something, right?
Mhm.
And Liz is supposed to be like 18, but so yeah, so she's kind of childish, and but she gets like they're cool, they're awesome. You remember the episode where they go back and they look at their past and they're like hardcore gangsters?
Yeah.
And I thought that episode was cool because they were like, they would literally use each other as guns and just be like, "What up?" and like, "I'm gonna kill you with my sister, yo."
Well, Patty in English is played by Sharami Lay. It's either Cherami or Sharami. I'm pretty sure it's Sharami Lay. And then in Japanese, it's Narumi Takahira. So that's Patty, and Liz is Jamie Marchi in English and Akino Watanabe in Japanese.
So let's go into Spirit.
You want to talk about Spirit, or do you
Yeah.
want to talk about Death first?
Let's do Spirit. I like Spirit. Okay, Spirit is Maka's dad, and he's like a player basically, so he gets a lot of girls, and Maka kind of hates him because he cheated a lot on her mom, and she's kind of on her mom's side on all of this. So throughout most of the series, they don't get along at all. So
Yeah.
that's a little backstory.
Yeah, I like Spirit. I thought he was funny,
Yeah, he was cool.
and he didn't seem like a douchebag despite that he cheated on his wife.
Yeah, he didn't. No, it was never like that. But I actually read the first manga of Soul Eater,
Yeah.
and he's the way that they word it in the English manga, it makes him seem a lot less douchier, like a lot less. I mean, a lot more douchey, not less, a lot more douchey.
Yeah, he's more douchey in the manga.
Yeah, the first episode at least. I don't know. He probably gets less douchey later in the manga.
Well, Spirit is actually voiced by a fan favorite, Vic Mignogna, who I mentioned earlier plays Edward Elric. And in Japanese, he's played by Toru Okawa, something like that.
All right, let's do Death now. Do you mind if I give the little like story about Death?
Yeah, it's cool. You can go ahead.
All right, so Death is supposed to be, he's death, like he is death, and
Yeah, like the Grim Reaper.
like yeah, but he's supposed to be like a embodiment of death, I guess. That's kind of what I kind of got from it, and he's been around for ever, and he's got the what I took from it, he has the biggest soul ever. Is that right?
Yeah, I think so.
Because I mean, he has a soul big enough to cover all of Death City. So
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he has the big soul.
yeah, so he's supposed to be like the most powerful person, and then the Keshin, he had to kill the Keshin, and he started a school around killing Keshins and, you know, making sure that they, were never made again. So he started getting like kids, but he had like this big scary mask, and it's, like death is supposed
Yeah,
to be
and
like
like a
mask.
deeper voice, more
What?
raspier voice.
Oh yeah, and then so he changes it to like this kid-friendly, cartoony, goofy voice and face. So he's not like evil death, like darkness and scariness. No, he's like, he even says in the first episode like howdy and stuff like that. So he's supposed to be like, his weapon is the Death Side Spirit, who we were just talking about. It was Maka's dad. He's one of the four soul or Reapers, the Death Reapers. So
Yeah.
that's my like 2 cents.
Um,
Going ahead with your bad self.
no, I did like Death later on. At first, I kind of saw him and I was like, this is supposed to be Death. Don't you think he'd be more badass? But later on, whenever you figure out his older self, he was a lot cooler.
And my thing is, Death the Kid is supposed to be Death's son. But who is his mother?
Yeah, I always thought that too.
Or was he just like conjured up? Did Death like take a piece of him and mold him into like a human or something?
I don't know. If it probably explains in the manga. We have no idea. We have not read the manga.
No, so no one beat us up for not reading the manga.
If it explains, I don't know if it does or not. I'm planning on picking up the manga, so.
Yeah, I'd love to read it. That'd be great.
In English, Death is voiced by John Swayze, and in Japanese, it's Rikiya Koyama.
Did you almost say Shinigami?
Yeah, because the Japanese name for Death, Shinigami.
Oh. All right. Sounds like another series that I've heard of. Foreshadowing.
Foreshadow the next episode.
Yeah. There you go. Who else is there? Blair. I mean, she's not a big character.
Yeah,
oh, no, let's go into the villains. Let's do the Keshin. So, okay, the story with the Keshin, you don't mind, do you, if I say?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so the story with the Keshin is there was 8 Guardians of Death. The Keshin was one of them, along with Ebon, who's like, I don't know, wisdom, isn't he, or something?
Yeah, I think so.
So, they're all like embodiment of like an emotion or a thing. And with the Keshin, he was fear. And he got too powerful, and he started like doing all these bad things. So Death went and ripped his skin off of him and made a bag out of his skin, and then like locked him down in the middle of Death City, so he couldn't escape or whatever. And so Death has to stay in Death City at all times so that he can never leave. He's supposed to be, I guess, the most powerful person or something, because he's really strong. And but yeah, he escapes, and so Death has to go and kill him, but he can't because he leaves because of the barrier, or not the barrier, the fact that Death can't leave the city. So yeah, there's the Keshin.
Well, yeah,
My favorite character.
I'm really not finding the Keshin on here, so I don't know who voices them. I don't know who voices them, but sorry, but I can't seem to find it. But that's okay. Do you want to talk about Krona?
Yeah, I guess. Krona is like.
Wait, do you want to talk about Medusa first?
Yeah, I think I was about to say that actually. Okay, so Medusa is the snake witch. She's like, I don't know really how to explain it. She's just a witch, and she's
At
I,
first she's the doctor,
yeah,
and
she's
she's
she's the
pretending to
nurse
be
at the
good.
school. She's the nurse at the school, but then they figure out that she's actually the witch that's been like doing.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of Palpatine in Star Wars.
Yeah.
How he deceived them into thinking that he was good, but really was this evil guy. Kind of
So,
reminds me of that.
so yeah, and then so she like makes. I guess I'll just kind of like segue into Krona. So she has a child, and then probably killed that child's father, and that child is Krona, and he has black blood, which is a power that's in Soul Eater, where it makes your all of your blood black, of course, because it's called black blood, and it makes it really hard. So you're like your whole entire body is almost impossible to get through. It's like armor all
Yeah,
the
to
time.
like penetrate.
Yeah, yes. I was trying to avoid that word, but whatever. um, God, I think my dad is dying, but that's off topic. Uh, so, and
No,
he,
not really dying, right?
no, he's not really dying. He's just coughing really hard. But, so going into the black blood, you also have to, he has, okay, most Meisters, their weapon is like another person. But for him, his weapon is his blood, is his own blood. It's like and it has a body and like a form and stuff. So it's, you know, like a thing. It's called I don't know, whatever. It's called Ragnarok, and it's, you know, it's pretty cool. It's a sword, I guess. I mean, I'm sure it can be other things, but it's mostly a sword.
Yeah.
So yeah, Krona is like this really. He's really strong, but he is shy, really shy, and but it changes later on in the series. Like he becomes less shy, and more of a like bigger character. So
Yeah.
there's that.
Um, Medusa is played by Lucy Christian in English, and in Japanese is Houko. I don't know how to pronounce the first name really well. Kawashima.
Yeah.
So that's that, and then we'll go into Krona. What are your thoughts on Krona?
Um, I mean, like I said, he's just a shy person, but whenever he gets into like later in the series, he becomes really powerful, and he's a really like cool character. I actually wanted him to be a main character. I wanted him like to be.
Yeah, but he was more of like a supporting role.
He was, yeah, and like in terms of like tiers on which level person he would be, like I think he'd be like the second or third.
Yeah, there's not much to talk about him. I did like his character for what he was. In English, he is played by Maxie Whitehead, and in Japanese, it's Maya Sakamoto.
Oh, did you know that Krona in the Japanese version was actually originally supposed to be a girl?
Oh, well, see, I thought it was a girl whenever we first saw the damn character.
Yeah. That, and I watched it Japanese, so I didn't even really know.
And then
I
I
was
figured it
like,
out.
what's going on here?
Because they kept referring to Krona as him. I was like, oh, okay, that's a dude.
It's a dude.
But you want to talk about Ragnarok?
I mean, I guess he's just kind of like, he's this kind of like mean. Okay, Krona's really nice, but Ragnarok is mean, and he lives inside of Krona because he's his blood, and so it's kind of like, I don't know. I don't really have very much to say about him.
Yeah, I don't either. He was kind of a really small part.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. No, I liked Ragnarok, even though I thought he looked cool.
Yeah.
And,
Whenever it got shrunk down, it was kind of strange, but whatever.
yeah, in English, he was Sonny Strait, and I'm gonna bring this up because we were talking about Toonami earlier. He was the original Toonami Tom, and
Oh, really?
before Steve Bloom, and He also plays Krillin in Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And then in Japanese, it's Keiji Himeno. Himeno, I think. Uh, yeah. Do you want to talk about Blair at all or not?
No, not. I mean, she's just such a small part.
Yeah, she's a really small part. How about Excalibur?
No, let's talk about Arachnid.
We don't like Excalibur.
Yeah, Excalibur was a filler. That's all he was. I mean, he was... The first episode, like I said before, the first episode with him is cool. Like,
It's okay, yeah.
it's because it's, it's an adventure, getting to know Kid and Black Star. So that's kind of cool, but yeah, he's just a giant filler. I hated his character.
Yeah.
And wasn't it actually a girl, like, voice for the English version? For Excalibur?
Excalibur? No.
Well,
Excalibur is Troy Baker, and in Japanese is also a dude. It's Takehito Koyasu.
because there was, like, when I watched one episode English. I don't even remember where, but I remember all I did was I watched one episode English, and it was an Excalibur episode.
No, that
No,
sounds like a guy. I don't see how you got that out of that.
I don't know. I just remember it sounding kind of like a girl.
Maybe you were like on drugs.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe someone slipped me some crack or something.
Yeah, we can talk about Arachne. You want to go into the detail on who Arachne is?
Yeah, because I can actually say some stuff about her.
Yeah, I forget a lot about this since I haven't seen it in a while.
She basically made weapons. I think what it was is she got the souls of witches or something, and she put them into weapons, and they just became people. I don't know. They don't really explain very much about it. All they say is that she killed a whole bunch of witches to make the weapons, and then Death starts looking for her. So she hides herself in a giant golem, or however you pronounce it. And so yeah, and she started weapons, and so she stays inside this golem for 800 years or so. And then on one of the episodes, she comes out, and she's Medusa's sister, older sister, I guess. But that's besides the point. And so yeah, she's another villain, and
What was that?
I have this big stick thing that's like a stick. I guess it's like supposed to hold up something, but it rolled and it hit my metal bed frame.
Nice going.
So yeah, that's Arachnid for you.
Yeah, Arachne, I don't really have too much to say about her because I don't remember much about her. But she was an okay villain. Not as good as like the Keshin, but I like Medusa more than Arachne.
Yeah, I wish we had some information about the Keshin. He's awesome.
Yeah. Well, the English voice actress for Arachne is Stephanie Young, and the Japanese is Michiko Neya.
Huh.
So that's that. I think we've gone over every big character. Do you want to talk about Justin?
I mean, he was only in like 3 episodes, but I guess I could.
Yeah, because we did like Justin, but he wasn't a big enough part for us.
I mean, yeah, he was. I really liked his character, but his character wasn't big in the series. I would have loved to see more episodes with him. But do you want me to go into Justin?
Yeah, sure.
All right, so Justin he's another one of the Death Reapers, and he basically became a Reaper all on his own without a Meister. And his big thing is he listens to headphones all the time. He's always listening to music, and he has it way turned up. So it always seems like he's ignoring people, but then he kicks the crap out of them, and it's great because he's his own Meister. So he got all 99 evil souls and witch soul on his own without the help of anyone, which I thought was cool. But he like worships Lord Death, and that was strange. But I liked it. It was cool. He's a really cool character and really powerful, but I wish he had a bigger part.
Yeah, I wanted him to have a bigger part. He might have a bigger part in the manga. We just, of course, haven't read it.
Did we ever go into Stein?
Have we gone into Stein?
I mean, we like told who the voice actor was, but we never like gave his backstory.
Yeah, we did go to Stein. That was the
We
first
did?
one.
Well, I mean, I just remember saying his voice actor. I don't remember saying anything else.
Oh, we could go back into him in a second.
All right.
I don't think you really got in, I don't think we got too in depth. We just told us we just told a little bit about him. But Justin is voiced by Eric Vale, who is, I have to point this out because I had no idea that it was Eric Vale. Eric Vale plays Trunks in Dragon Ball Z.
Mm.
And then in the Japanese, he's played by Yoshinori Fujita?
Vegeta.
No, not Vegeta.
What does the scouter say about his power level?
It's 1006.
Kick his ass now, bro.
Little Team 4-star reference right there.
Yeah, high five, Team 4-star fans.
If you're really trying to high-five us through the computer, you have a problem.
I'm on my phone. I don't even know what this computer thing is.
Yeah, what's a computer? Okay, let's get into Stein. You can talk about Stein.
Nope.
Because Stein is your, like...
He's my second favorite character.
Second favorite. Go ahead and talk about
My
him.
fetish. But, so Stein was crazy. He's insane. And, I guess he just got less insane or something throughout his life. And, with the KISHIN being alive, he spreads madness throughout the world or whatever. So it gnaws on him because he's already kind of mad, kind of crazy. And he likes dissecting because he's, Dr. Frankenstein. And, but yeah, he becomes a teacher at the school and also like the doctor, I guess. And, so yeah. What else? Can you think of anything else about him?
No, not really. I did like his character quite a bit. I thought he was a good character. And it was interesting to see him whenever he got into that madness stuff that Medusa gave him. Whenever Medusa gave him the madness.
Yep.
Yeah, that was crazy. But yeah, that's all I really have to say. I already said the voice actors earlier for English and Japanese. So we'll just skip past that. Hold on, I'm trying to see. I think that's all. Oh wait, do you want to talk about Marie, the chick with the eye patch?
No.
Because she was kind of a big character later on, a little bit.
Here, I'll give a brief little thing. She's also one of the death sites, and Krona gives her a drink that has like this madness accelerator inside of her, and she has to constantly keep watch on Stein, so it makes Stein go a little bit more crazy. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. She's a hammer, I think, like a hammer, and also a healing tool.
Yeah, there's not much to talk. There's not much to talk about when it comes to her. She's not too big of a character, but she's kind of important, so it's kind of okay to bring it up. She was played by Colleen Klinkenbeard in English, who also plays Luffy in One Piece and plays Kid Gohan in Dragon Ball Z Kai. But in Japanese, she's played by Chieko Honda. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. I'm pretty sure the last name's right. Honda, like the car. But Chieko, or is it Chieko? I don't know. It's one of those. Chieko. I don't know, but we'll just drop that. I think that's all the characters, all of the important characters to talk about.
There's the other death side. She's like a freaking mad person.
Who?
I don't remember her name. She had like short hair. She wore glasses.
Oh, Yumi?
Yeah.
You want to talk about her?
I mean, I can say what she is, but I don't really have very much to say about her other than, okay, she has like these weird parallel senses that let her map out stuff, and she's also a crossbow, which is kind of cool. But yeah, other than that, that's really all I have to say about her.
Yeah, there's not much to say, but I really don't remember much about her character at all. Um, but in English, she's played by Brina Palencia, and in Japanese, there's no last name. I don't know if that's, but maybe that's a stage name, no last name. I don't know, but
Probably
it's just Yukana.
she probably dishonored her family, so they like disowned her.
Yeah, no race,
No racism intended.
no racism intended. Um, um, but yeah, so that's about all the characters. Now we'll just we'll do the overview. Our final thoughts. What are your final thoughts on the series?
My final thoughts of the series are: if you're looking to watch it in intervals because it's a little over. It's 51 episodes, so it's gonna take you a couple days. But try to spread it into 2 weeks of watching it. So like watch, you know, four
I don't know if you
four
want to.
episodes.
Yeah,
Four
if
episodes.
you want to, I watched it in 1 week.
Yeah. Well, I
But
mean,
it depends
I,
on how fast you are with anime. Depends on the speed you watch anime in. Like I watch about 10 episodes a day, so get that done pretty fast.
so yeah, I thought it was great. I love the concept of it. I like the whole turning into weapons thing. I thought that was awesome.
Yeah,
Uh, yeah, it was
yeah,
cool.
I thought it was a pretty good idea, and they did pull it off in the anime. Um,
But again, the ending, it's too abrupt.
now after watching the first episode, you will think it is a stereotypical shonen story, and I know a lot of people don't like stereotypical shonen anime, but I personally really don't care. But the first episode kind of seems that way at first, but later on it does get its own thing. It's not completely like copying, and it's not really cliche like other like it's not a cliche type show or anything. It's pretty good. It's definitely worth a watch. 51 episodes. You guys should definitely check it out. What would you give it a rating?
Definitely a solid 9.
9 out of 10.
Yeah, 9.
I would say 8. I do like it quite a bit, but there are anime series I like more than it. So I do give it an 8. I did enjoy it, and I think I speak for both of us whenever we say that if you're an anime fan and you're a fan of like action anime, definitely go watch it, right?
Yeah, I would 100% agree.
Yeah. Well, yeah,
Is there any
we're gonna wrap this up,
All
and
right.
stay tuned for the next. Well, just wait for the next episode of the podcast. We're gonna be talking about Death Note.
Foreshadowing comes true. Bum, 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 bum.
So yeah,
Yeah,
uh,
I can't wait. I can't wait to finish Death Note and, bring it on.
yeah. For those of you listening, he's a noob and hasn't finished Death Note.
Don't make fun of me. So,
So yeah, that's it, and we'll talk to you guys next time.
love you.
Bye.